Hey everyone, it's me. I hope everybody is doing good. I did not want to wake up this morning. I was up at like 3 or 4, went back to sleep. And so getting up this morning was so difficult. But got everybody off to school. So I'm excited because I am going out tonight with one of my friends, which is much needed after everything lately in my life. Except for that my husband had a cold the other day. I don't feel like I have a cold, but I don't know, something feels like it's going on. So I gotta keep an eye on that again. I don't know if we're just passing everything back and forth in this house or what. Anyways, so I'm starting off with my face wash. Anyways, so it's been crazy, as you guys know. Again, I don't know where my relationship is going. It's funny because, and I know I'm not the only person out there who has been with their partner forever and loves their partner and knows their partner loves them. That's never been a question, really, for me. I do know he loves me. I know there's something from his childhood or past that makes him do shit like this. I will say, not only was I through this over and over, but even before me, he did stuff like this. And yeah, I mean, I guess, as the saying goes, I guess, and yeah, being online talking to someone emotionally is cheating. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say I was perfect throughout my relationship. There were times, this is like a scrubby thing for your skin. There were times that, like I said, I talked to other people. So I've never lied about that to anyone. My in-laws know, my husband knows. I've never kept it a secret, because that's one thing that's different about me. Because I don't keep these things a secret. I feel like if you're going to do it, then you need to own up to it. And not try to hide it and hide your phone. If you're adult enough to make that decision to talk to other people, then you should be adult enough to let people know and not hide it. So now I can't see. So, yeah. I am one who, I don't hide those things, so I do tell on myself, I guess you could say. So no, when you're not getting the attention you need, when you're not getting the things you need, and you're kind of in a relationship but divorced, you look for the things you need elsewhere. As far as my husband, he really shouldn't be missing anything unless it's from his past. He has never tried, I don't know if he's ever tried to actually be faithful to anyone. So the funny thing of it is he's very, of course I will say when I asked him about the websites, he did tell me right away. He was honest. Yeah, I downloaded them. Yes, I'm still talking to this person. But I had to ask, was the problem, to get the real answer. I downloaded the app myself. I acted as him. He was here. So, women know these things. We can feel it. We know it. Even if sometimes people deny it, we know it. Right now, he's been very honest with me, answering my questions, meaning, I even asked him, I said, why tell me the truth? Like, you could have kept on lying, right? And he's like, well, you asked, so I told the truth. I mean, which I appreciate. Now that I do, because again, I feel like if you're man enough to do it or woman enough, then you need to put it out there, right? But yeah, so I will ask him questions even now, and he will answer me, even if it's going to hurt me. The problem is we always try to protect the person that we care about or that we love. And, all you're doing is you're not protecting that person. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your lies. So you need to just be honest. Because, yes, the person's going to get hurt. But guess what? It's going to hurt more if they find out from other people, right? Or other places. And instead of you being honest. And if you want to have a chance to work things out, and you're hoping to, there has to be honesty. Right now, one of the things that he had said to me before was that he actually talked about me. Now, with most people, talking about someone means I told them, oh my gosh, my wife or my husband's crazy and I want to leave them and I can't believe I've stayed with them this many years, right? Because that's what people do. They put them down, right? You're supposed to love that person and you're putting them down by you not only talking to other people or being with other people, but then you're talking about how crazy they are. Because most people try to say, oh, she's crazy or he's crazy, right? And obviously they're not that crazy if you decided to be with them. You've been with them for 10 years, 5 years. How crazy can they actually be? Why are you still with them then, right? If you're bored, you need to leave. If you think that person's crazy, leave, right? So, but then, so for my husband, he's like, no, I talked about you, and I didn't say you were crazy, and I didn't say I wanted to leave you, nothing like that. He was talking about, what I went through and how good I am with my kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. And even how much he loved me to this person, So it's kind of weird, right? But then cheating also brings up not just trust issues, but comparison. And yes, guys, you have to compare yourself, I'm sure. Whether you like to pretend or not. Last night, I showed my husband a picture. I'm like, what if the shoe was on the other foot? And it was it might have been even an actor that came up, I don't know. Some young guy. And he had, very attractive young guy. Just a Google. I said, what if the shoe was on the other foot? And you found this guy on my page. Don't you think you would go, what does he have I don't? You used to find me attractive, but now this is what you want? This young, attractive guy? You don't want me? You would compare yourself, right? That's normal. Anyway, he's like, yeah, I guess I would, I'm like, well, don't you think that's what women do? And I don't mean somebody's nicer or anything like that. And it's just, and it's not that all the women look the same. It's not that they look like you. It's not that you look like them. It's what does she have that I don't? The only thing that I saw, I mean, personally, yeah, she was young looking. The picture they used, that the scammer used, she was young looking. She had AI face, because nobody's skin is as perfect as this, and flawless. She had a long face, blonde hair. I didn't, all her pictures were like from the shoulders up. I'm guessing a huge rack, since she's supposedly, it looks like in real life, a porn star. And I'm guessing she was pretty small. That's not me. I'm a big girl. I'm short. And I don't have the biggest racks. How about that? And I'm fine with that. My backside is pretty big size, but that's not the point. So, but again, like I explained to my husband, it's great to look. It's just flesh. We all get old. We all get wrinkles. We all get gray hair. Men end up a lot of times looking like women, or women look like men when we get to a certain age. And I hate to upset you guys, but it's true. And, there becomes a day that no one's even sexual, right? I mean, unless something happens, to your brain and you have, Anyway, so, the flesh is just that, the flesh. It's how people treat you. I'm not a perfect house cleaner, as you guys have seen. I don't always cook dinner. I've gotten better. But whenever my husband needed me, I'm always there. Whenever my kids need me, I'm there. Do I get frustrated with all of them? Yes. It's who's going to be there. You get to an age, and if you guys are out there and you're young, I know you won't believe this, but you get to an age in your life that you think about who is going to be there for you if something happens to you. It's not about, wow, he's cute or she's sexy. You get to an age of, who's going to be there? Who's going to take care of you if something happens? There are people out there who would leave you. Hey, you broke your hip, I'm not going to take care of you. I got things to do, I got a life. There are. So it's about who's going to be there for you, who's going to help you, who's going to take care of you when you're old. And you get to a point like that. And if you're in your teenage years or even 20s, you're not thinking like that. I'm not even sure in my 30s I was thinking like that, honestly. So that's what life comes down to, sooner or later, is who's going to be there, who's going to take care of you. If you're in a wheelchair, if you need help, who's going to be there for you? And my husband and I, we've been together for over 20 years. And we have been through so much together. I have stood by him, supported him, and I'm not saying that he hasn't been there for me. He's not the best, because when life gets real, he likes to run away, I guess you could say. That's how I call it, run away. Anyway, so yeah, that's what life comes down to, is who's going to be there to take care of you. And, yeah, you can treat, you can go with someone else. That doesn't guarantee they'll be there. Anyways, so, as of right now, he's been answering my questions. And, I've been going through both of his phones. That came out wrong. I'm not sitting going through his phones, but deleting things, I guess. Not that people can't read it, add things, bring them back, right? So, I'm taking things day by day, minute by minute right now. No decisions, no hard thinking. I'll get there. I just started talking on the phone a little again, not very long. And I'm going to try to go out with my friend tonight and have fun. So I hope you guys are doing well. And before I leave today, I will put my sunscreen on. Because winter or not, you always need sunscreen if you're going outside, guys. A lot of people don't know that. So have a great day. Sorry if you guys are tired of hearing about this problem. Because I'm tired of kind of dealing with it too. So I do understand. And I am trying to move on from making videos about this. If you guys still want to know or have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments if you do have more questions about any of this. Because I know I'm not the only one that has gone through this or going through this. And I want you to know you're not alone. I'm not the first one who was stupid or talked to bots or talked to scammers. So if you have any questions or comments or ideas or anything, please put them in the comments. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I would really appreciate the ones that have been commenting on different things. You don't know how much that actually means to me. But again, you're not alone if you're going through this. I promise. Talk to you guys later. Bye.